Top 5 takeaways from preseason NFL Week 2. Number 6, the Colts have named Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback for Week 1 in Indianapolis. We kind of saw this coming the second they signed Daniel Jones in the offseason, but it's looking like they're going to give Daniel Jones, quote unquote, the longest leash possible to take this starting job. Really unfortunate, honestly, for Anthony Richardson's stock, but I still think we can buy the dip, aka slurp the dipperino on Anthony Richardson as a super late round dart throw, because when we do know when he is starting, he is a top 5 upside play at the position. But Daniel Jones is now viable as a roster option for quarterback. I would say more so in a super flex range when we're looking at a QB3 option. Number 5, the Browns have named Joe Flacco as their starting quarterback in Cleveland. This is another one we could have seen a mile away, but just gives us good confirmation that the pass catchers should be in good position to start the season. David Njoku, Jerry Jeudy, you could even make a case for Cedric Tillman being a viable option with Joe Flacco at the helm. Now, how long does this last? Probably not super long, but it should give an early boost, and I would recommend trading these receivers if we ever get any sort of whiff that they're going to move on from Joe Flacco into a Kenny Pickett, Shadir Sanders, or Dylan Gabriel. Number 4, Quinshon Judkins' charges are dropped. However, he has not been signed by the Browns, he has not shown up to practice, and he can still get suspended. I do think he is an option in the late rounds, but there's obviously a lot of downside risk. In a managed league where you can drop someone if they do get a long-term suspension, I think that the risk is worth the reward. We're going to have to watch really closely what happens with Judkins. If he were to miss time or not get signed, I do think that Dylan Sampson and Jerome Ford are good options. Number 3, Rashee Rice is going to be able to start the first 4 weeks and then is going to have a hearing and then could get anywhere between 1 week to 10 week suspension. And that suspension might take a few weeks to come into effect because it might take a week or 2 for the ruling to start and the suspension might be appealed. This is obviously nice for Rashee Rice's start of the season. However, this is the easiest time to replace someone during a suspension. With Jordan Addison, you have all of your players that should be healthy and not on bye. Now with Rashee Rice potentially missing week 4 to week 14, somewhere in that range, that's where we're going to see some injuries and buys. This does make him a really shaky play. It obviously boosts the likes of Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce. Number 2, Jalen McMillan is going on the IR due to his neck injury, and it looks like it might take as long as week 9 for him to return. This is obviously wheels up for Emeka Egbuka. He's been really steamed up the draft boards, but I still think it's worth to buy the rise that is Emeka Egbuka. We can definitely look at Mike Evans as a serviceable option as well. Chris Godwin might even be intriguing with this news. Number 1, Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt, aka Build to the Moon, baby! Looks like the Commanders are going to trade Brian Robinson, which opens the door for Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt to take over the 2-down role, if not also the goal line role for the Commanders, which could be one of the best offenses in the NFL. This is wheels up situation for Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt. I think that he's a value where he's being selected right now. I think you could take him as early as the 7th round. Obviously, you want to get the ADP value, so you're looking to take him in the 10th to 12th round, but I wouldn't be worried about buying him a couple rounds up early just to make sure that you get him on his team.